everything on there, and we wrote it with a lot of our friends in Nashville, which is cool. And some of our friends from outside of Nashville, other songwriters from LA and New York, but like it's really hard to write songs with people you don't know about your life because it's hard to communicate that. So when we picked the songs, we're like, what describes where we are right now, what we want to say, and what the vibe was like. We had some songs that we were like, man, that song might be better than this one, but when we were talking about it, we were like, well, that song doesn't, like, that's not what we're trying to say, or it doesn't go with the whole unity of what we're doing. It's cool to co-produce it with Josh Leo, who did, like, Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, Alabama, some of the Eagles solo records. And when we were in the studio, this is a cool thing, some of Willie Nelson's band was next door, and their, how do you say it?
It's technically a harp player,
yeah,
but he plays harmonica.
Yeah,
so.
He came over and played on a couple songs for us because he listened to it and was like, hey, I could do some harmonica on this. So we're like, yeah, dude, that'd be awesome.
But it was cool for us because he was actually like, I just really dig the songs,
yeah.
I dig the sound. He's like, I think I could add a lot to this. And he actually really did.
In Nashville, we do these things called songwriters retreats. And we went on one at my family cabin in like north of Nashville, like 2.5 hours. We all went out there and you split up in groups, so like 3 groups. And you write in the morning, and then you go write at night, and then in the late evening at dinner time, everyone makes dinner and you start drinking and have a good time. And if someone brings a guitar out and someone has a good idea, no one's gonna like leave the room. You know, it's like, well, if someone like I'm like, hey, you guys write that really great idea. As a songwriter, you're not gonna say that. So it was written with like 6 of our good friends, which is really nice to be able to share that with them. Someone had the idea, Trent Thompson had the idea, and it just kind of went from there. So Whiskey on My Breath, and then what we did is we all put our iPhones out once we wrote it, and we're like, man, let's record a demo, and we probably sang it 20 times, re-recording the demo, like the little voice memo, really. And we're like, no, you got to sing the lower harmony, you know, and all that. So it was pretty funny actually to have some of those on my phone.
And that went on for almost 2 months because like yeah. Every other writer's retreat we went on, we're like, hey, let's re-record the demo.
Re-record yeah, exactly. And we're just happy that we were able to record it, and we own the record, and it's out there on the radio. It's nice.
We were lucky enough to play the Opry the other evening with Vince Gill. Mm-hmm. We came off stage, and he said, that's how you sing, boys. And come off stage and hear that from Vince Gill, someone that's an Opry member, an esteemed member of the country music community, it's huge for us. So that was really cool. I think both of ours is actually a song called Everybody Drives Drunk.
Yeah. It's a toss-up between that and Whiskey on My Breath, but for me, it's that one. Because it makes a statement, and Whiskey on My Breath is more of a healing song, and Everybody Drives Drunk makes a statement. It's kind of get off your high horse, man. Nobody's perfect. It's like, no matter what, if you can be driving drunk on something other than alcohol. You can be, one of the lines is, everyone's got something rushing through their blood. Everyone has an addiction or a vice. No one's perfect. No sin's greater than another. And I think that a lot of people judge that song by the title. And I love that. We both love that. It's like judging a book by its cover, or a person before you really meet them just by the outward appearance. And that's one of the reasons why we're like, we have to name it this. And I think that song's gonna, it's already brought up a lot of really good conversation on our social media sites. And it's had a lot of people judging it even before you were able to listen to it. And I think that's a healing and healthy thing in music. Mm-hmm. And it's been great for us.
My personal biggest influence in music, period, is Jackson Browne, and then the Eagles, J.D. Souther, that whole Southern California country thing that they were doing back then. So for me, I mean, that's the end-all and be-all of music for me. I mean, that time period was so cool. And we were fortunate to do like a tribute to J.D. Souther, and Jackson Browne was standing right there, and he said, wow, guys,
we did When You're Only Lonely.
Probably the best version of that song I've ever heard. So to hear Jackson Browne, one of our heroes, say that to us was one of the coolest things.
And it was at the Ryman, which was pretty cool.
I don't even know if he remembers saying that, but he did say it. People think we're very pop country, and it may be what we are in a way, but ultimately we want to record and release songs that we're passionate about. And I think that's what this record has done for us. From here on out, we don't really know what the future holds for us, but we're just excited about our music, and we want everyone to hear it.